Ken Trahan with J.T. Curtis of John Curtis Christian School, and obviously this is not a development that you hoped would happen, but the vote was pretty decisive.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed, but God is in control of what's going to go on in our lives, and we have to trust that direction. That doesn't mean that we have to just cow down or fall over and drop dead. We're going to continue to move forward. We're going to continue to do the things that we know are right. I hope that it works for the best interest of the whole association. Time will tell that. I know there's a movement to maybe withdraw and form our own separate association. There's a lot of conversation about that. I just think there's a lot of things that have to be decided yet, including the possibility of the state legislature moving in and making some of their opinions known, and maybe even making some laws known.
Will you consciously try to change your schedule now and take some of these quote-unquote non-select teams off your schedule?
These are people that I know and are friends with, and I would prefer not to do that. I would prefer to be able to keep our relationships positive and to continue to move in that direction. They're guys that we have played through the years, and we've enjoyed playing them. Been stiff competition, so at this point I think we just need to take a breath. Let's see where this thing's going to go, how it's going to play out. Let's see what the commissioner has to say. And again, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the state legislature had something to say about this.
Well, finally, the timeline, and I say this for a reason. It's actually kind of funny. 2004, the rules changed not to allow schools to play up. It was clearly aimed at John Curtis and Evangel. Then Principal Jambaluka tries to get that rule amended and changed back to allow people to play off. Not allowed. Then he amends it again and gets people to be allowed to play up one class. That becomes a moot point now, except for the poor schools that did decide to play up from 2A to 3A. I say poor because now they're competing with 5A schools. Not so much an issue with you in some sports, maybe in others. But clearly the change in the dynamic, they went one way, clearly aimed against you. Now they've gone the other way, clearly aimed against you. Mm-hmm. And you say?
Well, you're right. In the first change of the rules, I think, is what's created all this problem. And I think it was done for self-serving purposes. I think that's become obvious in the last few years. I think we probably could have solved a lot of these problems had we allowed schools to play and participate where they felt most comfortable, and we wouldn't be in this situation. We keep trying to legislate rightness or wins, and I just don't think that you can do that. I think what we've had in our 93 history has worked very well into the last 7 or 8 years, and I think all this turmoil and all this controversy could be avoided by simply allowing schools to play where they wanted to play.
Last thing, are we really crowning champions now? Are these real champions?
Well, they're watered down. Across the board, they're watered down, and it's a shame because the rest of the country, I think, looks at Louisiana in a different light in the last few years. The caliber of football that's played here, and I hope it doesn't hurt us from that standpoint across the board.
Thank you, JT.
Thank you.